All right, let's go to high school questions. This one is on Ask Engineers. How do I pick the right engineering field for me? Hey y'all, I'm a dual enrollment high school student and I'm working to get an AS, Associated Science degree. What's an AS? I should know that. What is an AS degree? Associate of Science. Yes, nailed it. By my graduation, currently in my junior year. Oh, you have another year. I've been dead set on engineering since like the 5th grade. Join the club. Though I now have to figure out what side of it I'd want to do. I was originally set on electrical engineering, but then I had a talk with my dad, who said not to get too zeroed in on one side of it, just to find out it isn't for me. So he told me to look more into it, and now I can't decide. Honestly, pretty good advice. I am currently torn between electrical and chemical, but I don't know. I want to do an engineering program tour of a school with a lot of options to help me figure it out, but it would be a matter of whether we can take a trip to one of the next states over or not. I just want to figure it out before I decide whether I want to prioritize some classes over others. So I'm guessing you have some high school engineering courses that you're trying to take. Well, here's the deal about a lot of state school or any school engineering programs is you start out as an engineer. I don't know of any where you start out as a specific discipline. You start out as an engineering a person that's going to pursue one of the engineering majors. And then usually after your freshman year or your sophomore year, around that time is when you then declare your major. And that's whenever you would choose mechanical, electrical, industrial. And in some programs, you have more autonomy with that choice. In other programs, it's a little bit more competitive, and you might have limited options on which you do get to choose. But what I would say is, especially whenever you're taking these classes in high school, take ones from both. And I wouldn't be so focused in high school right now at trying to figure it out, because I think that the way that you figure it out is that you take the classes. For example, whenever I was a freshman in college, I took a physics class. I took the lab because I had already gotten the credit for the physics class. So the physics was split into the physics, like the physical, the mechanical, and then it was split into the electrical. And I very quickly learned that I was much more apt to the mechanical. And I'd say a lot of people like the mechanics physics better than the electricity and magnetism physics, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they go mechanical or electrical. But then I took my first statics class and my first circuits class the first semester of my sophomore year. And that's whenever I realized, okay, I'm a little bit more drawn towards the mechanical side of things. So again, you're going to have some time. And after that, then I chose to pursue mechanical. And that's what I did. And so I wouldn't be too worried about it right now. I'd really be more worried about just continuing to grow that passion for engineering and solving problems and just really setting yourself up for success in your engineering pursuits. And then I think that once you get to college and you're on the right track, you want to go to visit college campuses. I think that you'll get to see some of that in your college campuses, and you can ask current students and professors and you can have those conversations. But once you get on campus and you're starting to take college engineering courses, I think that answer is going to become more apparent for you. So I wouldn't be too stressed out about it now. But then again, it doesn't hurt to continue exploring and doing projects related to mechanical or electrical. Don't count out chemical/process, civil, a lot of different ways to go. Industrial, I've kind of given my piece on industrial in the past, but I think it's also a good option. So yeah. I wish you the best of luck, but I wouldn't get too worried about it. Enjoy high school. Enjoy continuing to take entry-level, high school-level engineering classes, and then when you get to college, once you start taking physics, and then both of the physicses, and then the mechanics and the circuits, at that point, you'll be able to kind of decide. Some schools also have like an intro to the engineering majors class where you can kind of do exploratory things in each of the major disciplines of engineering, and then you can figure it out. But yeah, A good question to ask as well whenever you're touring schools is how they help people figure out what kind of engineering is for them. So again, I've already wished you best of luck, but I'll do it again. Best of luck.
I'm not complaining, my thoughts get complicated, I cannot explain in layman's. Never losing focus because I ain't chasing payments. Still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries, thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the station.